Yeah, guys, how you doing out there? And the NCAA tournament's underway, and it's down to 16 teams, and I'm just going to run through them, see which one's a Cinderella, and have a better shot to win.
Okay, first we got North Carolina, beat Mount St. Mary's and Arkansas to get here. Easy wins for them, because they're #1 overall seed. They'll be matching up with Washington State.
UNC's got to win that, just saying that.
Definitely. Yeah, Washington State beat Winthrop and Notre Dame to get there. But UNC and Washington State, yeah, UNC, I'm sure everyone agrees, because Hansburg, they're just playing great right now, and they're probably going to go to the Final Four, you never know. Louisville came, they made the Sweet 16. They did beat Oklahoma.
That was a good game.
Yes, it was a good game. And they had beaten Boise State also, which wasn't really. Boise State known for that football play, definitely more than basketball. But of course, we got Butler. We got Tennessee, who beat Butler at overtime. That was a big game.
Was a close.
I didn't think it would be that game, but Butler really showed up and gave him a run. But Tennessee also beat American too, just a 15 seed. But next region, we got Kansas, obviously.
#1.
Yeah, they beat UNLV and Portland State to get there. They'll be facing
Nova.
Repping the Philly area, Villanova. We're really happy about that.
We're going to have to take Villanova in this game. No, it's going to be tough for them, but I think they got a shot.
They weren't even expected to beat Clemson, but I mean, Scotty Brown's, Corey Fisher, I mean, they're doing great. Jay Wright's got them playing great basketball, and they said they got to play a perfect game, but I think they're capable of that. So, probably we'll take Kansas, but there's definitely upset potential there.
Yeah.
Next you got Wisconsin. They beat Kansas State in the first round, and then they beat Kansas State in the second round, and then they beat Cal State Fullerton in the first. I think they're a decent team. I don't think they'll win. I think but
they could beat Davidson. I don't know how they got there.
Yeah, moving to the next team, got Davidson in Sweet 16. Big surprise.
Georgetown. That was
an amazing upset. Yeah. Very surprising. No one really thought that they could do it, but I mean, they're playing well right now, and one of those upset teams that could go to the Final Four, and they're George Mason, perhaps. Next region, we got another #1 seed, Memphis. They beat Mississippi State. Second in the first round, they beat Texas Arlington. Easy wins for them. But actually, that Mississippi State game went down to the wire a little bit.
Close,
but they showed why they were #1, or why they were one of the best teams. So. And then we have Michigan State heading to the Sweet 16. Kind of surprised. I mean, they beat Temple. I mean, I know we wanted Temple to win in the house because we're Philly guys, but then they beat Pitt, which was surprising.
That was a good game too. But
yeah, that went kind of down the wire, but then Michigan State pulled away with lights on all those guys.
I still think that Memphis is going to win that game, though.
Yeah,
they're on a good run. Michigan State's on a good run, but
they're definitely. They're going to win that game, I think. Next region, we got Stanford heading to the Sweet 16. Or, not next region, next place there. But Stanford's going to Sweet 16 barely. Barely won that game at the end of their game against Marquette. Brook Lopez did that fadeaway jumper that sealed it for them. But they could possibly get to the Sweet 16, I think. They're a pretty solid team. They will be facing Texas, who won. They beat Miami, barely. Miami almost came back in the end of that game.
A lot of close games this year, as
always. Tournament time, it's always
great games. Great time of year.
And next, final region, we got UCLA, who's probably one of the heavyweights to win it all. They beat Mississippi Valley State in the first, and in the second, they beat Texas A&M. Kind of went down the wire. Texas A&M was ahead the whole game, just about. But when it mattered, Kevin Love and those guys, everyone stepped up. He had a big block at the end of the game, and then they were able to win that. So I think they'll be facing a very big surprise team.
Western
Kentucky. Everyone knows them by now.
That big shot, big win against Drake.
Ty Rodgers had that 30-foot three, beat Drake in the first round, and then they were able to. And they faced San Diego, who had beat Connecticut, which was a surprise, a 4-13 game. But they did beat San Diego, so Western Kentucky headed to the Sweet 16 facing UCLA. But I think the ride may stop here.
Trying to be a Cinderella team, but I think
UCLA is too much, I think.
Definitely.
UCLA is my pick to win it all, so I think they can do it. Next region we got Xavier headed to the Sweet 16. They faced Purdue, and they faced Georgia. Georgia was one of those teams coming in that they said could do some damage. They gave them a run, but Xavier's will be headed to the Sweet 16 to face West Virginia, who upset Duke.
Wow.
Very big surprise.
Duke, just last 2 years, they haven't been able to get out of the first 2 rounds.
Well, even in the first round, 2-15-game Belmont came around for their money, and they almost won. Pulling for them because not really a big Duke fan, but West Virginia will be facing Xavier. Could go either way, but I'm going to go with a bold prediction and say West Virginia.
Wow.
Because, I mean, Joe Alexander, they got those guys down there. They're really playing well. And so they beat Duke. I think they beat almost anybody.
I like Xavier, but I think they're not good all the time. But
yeah, I mean,
it's going to be a close game, I think. It's one of the closest games left.
Yeah, St. Joe's beat Xavier twice within like 2 weeks. So, I mean, it's very possible for them to go down to a mid-major school. So that's pretty much it for the tournament rundown for the Sweet 16.
We're back with the Elite 8.
Yep, which will be
Final
next
Four.
week. All the big games. Keep watching those games, and you know, comment us when we post our videos for the Elite 8.